Hi, it's Rafi again from mygoals, and welcome to our third video. In this video, we're going to discuss how to run the optimizers. But before we do so, let's go back and review what we've done very quickly. First, in the persona module, we can select our client. Let's call it client one single. Retrieve that. All of the data that we know about this client appears, okay, under personal, under mortgage, or under children. Very important is that when you go to save information on your persona builder, you can save under multiple versions. And this is important, again, in the context of the optimizer, because you can plug and play different versions of the client with different persona characteristics. For example, what effect would selling my house in 7 years have on my retirement? Or if I want to buy a cottage, so we can look at cash inflows and outflows and save those. We can look at if I want to move from, let's say, Ontario to Quebec, how would that affect my after-tax income? Anything that you want to change in here, you can save under a new version with the same client ID and retrieve it in the optimizer. The same goes with the assumption builder. Recall that we have 4 different building blocks. We have, and we're using this client one single with retirement of 65 and terminal age of 92. We could change different versions of that. And again, a different version of this scenario. Save it under a different name, we can retrieve it very, very quickly. With desired outcome scenario, where we optimize between a combination of retirement income and legacy, or whether or not we want to optimize as a couple, spousal income splitting versus individual. Again, save it under a similar but different name. Rates and tax changes, we can change the presumed returns, or we can optimize for future tax changes, and again, saving under a different name. And finally, under capacities and priorities, the same idea, where I can prioritize different allocations of 100% and how the waterfall effect will treat them as those goals are funded. Ultimately, we can also save something called a combination, which would be a defined version or combination of 4 different scenarios. So once you have your persona and your different versions and your different combinations for the assumption builder, we're now ready to go to run optimizers. And the point of all of that definition up front is to make this process seamless once you become accustomed to the workflow in the app. So we're going to load client ID, client one single, and we're going to load client one single in a combination that we've saved already. And you'll notice that all of the scenarios popped up defined to the combination called client one single, okay? The next step is to validate the data. And this is just going to give you on the right-hand side a quick visual summary to make sure that we're looking at the right client with the right information and the right scenarios, and we are. Once you've validated the data, we're now ready to optimize for our 3 goals, and hopefully this doesn't take longer than a few seconds. There it is. And that's it. That's the optimizer. Again, you could go down, you could look at another capacity and priority that you've predefined, you could look at other returns, you could look at all kinds of scenarios and combinations, quickly validate again, optimize again, and now you have an intelligent platform and conversational starter with your clients to discuss the individual achievements of their particular goals. No rules of thumb, none needed. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you soon. Have a great day.